All right, thank you so much, Mr. Murray, for that. But before I move to the next person, I just want to say thank you to Ayo Joe. Ayo Joe, thank you so much for the gift. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. Thank you so much for the gift, guys. Like I always say on the comment section, there's a dollar sign that you can just click on to support us, to encourage us, to keep the work moving, to keep the work going. God bless you as you do so. Thank you very much. And do not forget that, just because it's a dollar sign doesn't necessarily mean that you have to donate in dollars. You can donate, in naira, in pounds, in euros, anything you can donate. Nothing is too small. Thank you so much, guys, as you do so, and God bless you. And we're going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Godson. Mr. Godson, good morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you for joining me today. Please go ahead and make your contributions. Mr. Godson. Okay, I'm guessing Mr. Godson is not ready for us. So we're going to go straight to the next person after Mr. Godson, which is Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Yes, good evening. Thank you very much. Kennedy Garewa, talking from Japan. I think we have a lot of issues here to talk about. I think I would advise we reduce these issues like two or three issues per person. If we have to dwell, one person has to dwell on all the issues. I think it will be taking us too long. But anyway, it's left for the moderator to decide. If I have to quickly dwell on Samuel Orton's issue, actually Samuel Orton was the chairman of the committee that was made to recommend the vice presidential candidate, and they did their best. 14 decided on Wike, and the presidential candidate decided to go for somebody else. He decided to go otherwise, which was entirely wrong. According to the information or rumors that was flying around at the time, the Hausa Fulani people, they were against Wike because there was an allegation that Wike destroyed the church, sorry, destroyed a mosque, a mosque in Rivers State at the time, which was entirely wrong because I think the former governor or the governor of Ekiti State went there to verify. Well, that was wrong. But there's an allegation that he destroyed the mosque, and the Hausa people decided to say, if you pick him as a vice presidential candidate, we are not going to vote for you. That is why Atiku, Atiku is he jitters a lot. He's always jittering, so he just ran away from Wike and went to Okowa, who is not as popular as Wike, and who has not spent as much money as Wike has spent from the River State Treasury, if I'm correct from the rumors we are hearing. And Mr. Ortom too, he's a staunch supporter of Wike, because when he was almost assassinated by Hausa Fulani, it was Wike that said, if you touch Ortom, there will be no Nigeria. I think because of that support Wike had for Ortom too, asked his state people to support Wike's presidency. But since he could not clinch the ticket for the presidency, I think his intention was to support him for the vice presidency. So I think that is the relationship, the bond that he has with Wike. Secondly, let me quickly, if you allow me, quickly dwell on Mr. Tinubu's, Laji Tinubu's certificate saga. From all this saga, we can see that Nigeria is a federal republic of comedy, a federal republic of comedy, because it's actually very preposterous to be dwelling a country like Nigeria with purportedly 200 million people dwelling on no certificate issue since 1999. I don't. Sometimes when you listen to Nigerian news, you just go into your room and you cry, and you go to bed, because it's really very, very funny. And what is going on now is not just about Alhaji Tinubu alone. The what the placeholder, I don't know. where they originated that terms from, the placeholder to Alhaji Tinubu, Mr. Masari or Alhaji Masari, now has equally said that he has no certificate. Maybe somebody has taken it, or maybe rat or lizard has taken the certificate. It's still the same. So we don't know what's going on. I think they are following the footsteps of their mentor, uh, retired General Muhammad Buhari, who equally said his certificate was with the military whatever at that time, and they were all supporting him. And look at where we are today. So Nigeria is a comedy actually. So I don't know what is going on. The issue of Kwere Madu, a lot of people, just for the sake of God, people say the daughter is sick. We sympathize with the daughter. May God heal her very quickly. Well, for me, actually, I don't sympathize with them because my mother is very sick and I know how much I'm spending. For us here, when we are sick, we go to the hospital, we have insurance, everything is cool. But his daughter is sick. He has not built any hospital. He has been in the Senate since I think 1999 or there about 2010. I don't know. I don't quite remember. So and no hospital is built, and he's going to UK for transplant or whatever. So if there was to be such state of the art hospital in Enugu or in Nigeria, I think he's untouchable. Nobody would have touched him. So but I don't know what is actually going on with our country. It's really, really very pathetic. The Yahoo issue, the EFCC, another joke. EFCC is saying they should arrest landlords, and has EFCC become the lawmaking body of the country? And when has it started that EFCC now decide on JTEM for landlords that will probably be arrested because they are housing Yahoo boys or whatever? So I don't quite understand what is going on in Nigeria, that landlords should be arrested. Laws are now made by EFCC. I don't know. I don't know what is. I don't quite understand. Maybe it's just let me say it's just a rumor. But if it is true, I think is the Federal House of Assembly that makes law, not EFCC. I think I don't want to take too much. Just want to go through them very briefly. That's what I have for us today. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy. I'm just going to go straight to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please, you're up next.
Thank you very much, everybody. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, my fellow panelists, and good evening, the people in the comment section. And good evening to all the concerned citizens who are watching around the globe. You see, Mr. Kennedy, you're still there. I so much respect you from the presentation you gave just now. I think Nigerians are all understanding what political process means. I will start from the EFCC case. You see the way he gave you analysis just now. We are kind of I don't understand whereby we actually know things and they just do it because of the norms they put there for themselves. How can the EFCC now becoming a law-making body? I do not understand. What does the EFCC, what jurisdiction do they have to now make laws to say if you harbor anybody in your house, you will be arrested? Where is the law? What part of the Constitution says that? So you mean that all the landlord will start going after their tenant and say, what do you do, Mr. A? And Mr. A say, I'm a businessman. I have to go and see your business because I'm afraid of the EFCC. That is, you are violating the right. It is not even in the law. There is no place in the Nigerian Constitution that says that. So a lot of things, you can now see that even security agencies now start making laws. So the National Assembly, where are they? I don't understand. They are confusing Nigerians, and we say we are living in a democratic state. It's very annoying. Please, if you don't have something to do, then just look for, I don't know, just look for something else. You cannot, okay, now the EFCC have not deemed it necessary to say, okay, let us sit down. These people, these Yahoo boys that are using their computers to actually say, for example, scanning somebody outside the country and they are getting the dividends from it. Now, why can't you just say, let's assemble these people and try to form a kind of a special place where this guy can, is it not their mate that develop a flight? Is it not their men that that created a TV? Is it not their men that created radio? Why can't you just bring these people that has this talent? Then you ask yourself, how do they get this talent? Let's assemble them. Maybe from there we can make something out of it. There might be people who are physicians inside there. There might be people who are good in, you know, some of them are so talented, but you don't actually find them. You just go and lock them up. You will find them. You actually find out what made them go into these things. And you yourself, as the body that is regulating this thing, you saw the primaries that was just concluded some time ago. Dollars flying up, and you were there wearing your coats. People were seeing you. You couldn't even say, okay, let me go and look for these people. You are busy making laws for the landlord for, thank God. Nigeria, who do us like this? Why do they just make us look as if we don't even, nobody went to school and we don't even know what laws are? If they don't know what it is, let us define it for them. Since they say we are not politicians. We are not politicians. We are just concerned citizens. EFCC, my brothers, laws they are rules of actions established by an authority. Example is the state, and the people that has that authority is the National Assembly. Oga, it is not you. You are just to maintain law and order. This is what it is. Maybe we need to tell them their functions. They are not even the police. The police is to maintain law and order. Ask our police officers, say what is their function. They will not know it, and at least we need to school them now because it's getting out of hand. People will just wake up in the morning and create law. Oh yeah, everybody turn this way. We are not in a banana republic. We are in a democratic state, for crying out loud. We should respect these people. We should respect their human rights. How can you say, okay, police officer is come because you are holding a laptop? Do you know a laptop? He said you are a Yahoo boy. By law, you are not to take anything from him because that is his property. That is the fundamental right. In fact, the whole thing is kind of confusing. We Nigerians, we need to start, we go back to our drawing board. We start to educate them to say, this thing is wrong. You can't violate my right. And most of our brothers who are living in abroad, whenever they go home, they are also doing the same thing to make these people think that we don't even know our rights. How can you come back from a country? For example, I'm going to divert a little bit. I want everybody to understand this. You live in a country where for you to drive a car, you need a driver's license. First of all, maybe you don't have a driver's license, and the country you are coming from, which is Nigeria, and you don't even have a Nigerian driver's license. Whenever you go home, because you want to show big boy, you go home and buy a car without a driver's license, and you'll still be driving. When the police will see you now and stop you, you say, oh, hey, OC, you don't know me. And the other, OC, come decide. What are you doing? You are destroying the system as well. Because where you came from, you are actually obeying the rules and regulations. So these people will see you to be like, you don't even know what you are doing. So they'll keep on giving you things that does not really mean anything. So that is my own. At least the EFCC, your job is to make sure you go after those that are corrupt. Investigate them, hand them over to the judiciary. You are not to interpret the law. It is not your duty. You see, we need to give these people what their function, we need to be telling them. And that is what we do as citizens. We are concerned citizens. Let us go to the one of Ortom. You guys can see that there's confusion everywhere now. The way Ortom was speaking, looking at his body language, he's not happy. You guys can tell he's not happy. Now, why? Because there are certain things that happens in the political party. Everybody has to be in accordance. But from what he was saying, they were not in accordance. It's even better for us as concerned citizens because I think they are starting to know now that we are getting more sense. We don't get sense. They are talking, we will be analyzing so that our people can learn. He's not happy because the way it was, that's 14 to 7, is it 10 to 17 or what? That is the majority. Wike won. But because the other side of our other brothers from the north, they see that if this guy come in there, Ogolo go jump, everybody go fire, everybody go borrow a leg. So they have to. And you know, this one coming to say he's going to be the next president, articulated, Oga generator. He will always believe in his people. The Deborah's case, you guys forgot. How can you put on a tweet? In less than 48 hours, you deleted it because they told you you are afraid. And this is the same people who said, I want to lead a nation. How are we going to get fairness, justice? So this is the thing we are trying to tell you. All this one is not about saying, go and sit down. You don't know what. No, it's about analyzing their own way, the way they do things and their body language. Now, Wike now is not happy. They are busy looking for how they are going to try and make peace. Because there's where it is very, very crystal clear that the PDP, they don't even have unity among them, both the state or the national. They are just roaming about like that of a Bermuda Triangle. That's how it is. So for them, I'm even happy. So that there's a word in Bini, they say, I want to say, oh, monade vibie. Make una see am. Na important person will give birth to a pikin because una see am wetin dey happen no. Na wetin they show us so. So don't be carried away with their own shenanigans. They should hold it there. But I just feel for Ortom saying, he's just showing his, I don't know how to put it. It's not happy at all to what they are doing. And if you look at who's the next person now, Ekere Madu's case, I will say, with the way things are going, I have to pledge my support for the daughter to get well soon. But for the father, I'm going to remove the daughter out of it now. Let's go to the political side. You have never helped. You being a Senate for 20 years, you cannot give us one bill you sponsored. Let's say healthcare bill. No, zero. 20 good years. Imagine a child that was born 20 years ago. Imagine how it could be now. People don't run follow am. If not girl, make una dey hear. That is to tell you, for that 20 years, you have been in suffering. This is somebody who is representing a constituency. Maybe that constituency, they don't even know. They don't even know him. Just imagine nothing to write home about for 20 years. And now you want to go for something, you left the country you are and went to another country where everything is good. This is why you guys always hear when I say the dividend of democracy. This is the dividend of democracy. The right of a citizen, healthcare, education, security, all these are the benefits of democracy. He came to where they enjoy it and sat down and said, let me do it here. But where you are coming from, where you as a leader, you left them in, jeopardy. How are you going to measure it now? You see, our leaders, it's not that they don't know these things. They are just used to the norms, the way, and that's what they do. That is why I was watching a video today, and they were asking some people, have you gotten your PVC? Say, who PVC help? You see this kind of language. We think it's fun. It becomes our norms. We help. It not help anybody, but it not go help you. Because you are actually not trying to improve in your future. You want to stay where you are. Then tomorrow, You start saying this country is bad. It's not bad to you because you don't want to change it. Most of us here now, we are living in a comfort zone. We can decide not to speak on this issue and say, let them be there. But because of, we still have that feeling, that human feeling, we grow with it. And that is why we are pushing. So for me, I always tell you guys here, I'm not doing this for OB. I'm doing it for my future generation. Because when Jesus came on earth, most of you who are Christians, when he was teaching his disciples on the Sermon on the Mount, he said, identify people's need when they are in need. He was never referring to himself because he can ask from the Father in heaven to say, give me food, and the Father will give him. But he felt for those on earth. And that's why he fed the 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. This is what they will never tell you in churches today. All this Sermon of the Mount, these are parables. And as we know, parables are earthly stories with heavenly meanings. These things in our daily life, it applies. It's because of the love you want to give back to those back home. That is why you are here. Some of you are at works. I can see some are at work, but they are still putting their resources to enable this change comes. Until we start talking to ourselves, and instead of using insult, my brother, no, talk to me. No, engage them with a very solid and robust, argument. They will know that, if we not change, what don't pass Gary. An example is the governor of Edo State. You saw what he said. Because he himself now knew that when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. They are now resisting you because your injustice have pushed them to the edge. These people are tired. We are tired. I myself am tired because I cannot be seeing something where I live and where I come from. It is still the same ball game. They don't want to change. If a coach see that is not winning, you change the formation from 4-4-2, let's play 4-4-3. All these things are just ways of how we can do our everyday life. But our own people, our own country, especially our leaders, they are just so selfish that they don't even care for the common man. How can we, the giant of Africa, tomorrow, how are we now saying the giant of Africa? Go and look at Rwanda. Paul Kagame is not even up to 50, if I'm not mistaken. This is a country who came from a tribal war, the Tutsi and the Hutu and the Tutsi. You know it. 1994, Rwanda was nothing to write home about. But in 2022, now then come be the headquarter of all investment. Go there now. Go there and see what is happening. Tomorrow we'll say we are giant of Africa. We are giant of Africa. We cannot even keep flying now. Boko Haram now don't become an abandoned project. You see, a lot of things we need to change. Even ourselves as citizens, we need to change our mindset. A lot of us, because we are also the problem, including me. We are also the problem. Because some of us, when you speak to them, you tell my brother, rest, wait till you do. But you are enjoying the dividends of democracy somewhere. And you said you are telling us that you cannot do anything. What do you mean? Then you are not a citizen. Citizens are there to push pressure on the government to do more for its people. That is why you have the right to protest. But in our country, they took that right from us. But it is time for us to bring it back. Let us bring back that dividend to democracy. I'll leave it here. God bless all of you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Machiavelli. Guys, please, the likes on this broadcast is not encouraging at all. Please like this broadcast, share it. If you're yet to subscribe, please do so. Please like and share. This broadcast is not just for me and you. At least we are the Nigerians that are well sensitized about what is going on in the country. We also need more people to come here. We also need to sensitize more people. That is the reason why we always plead with you guys to please share so more people can understand what is going on in the country, so they can know the reason why they have to vote rightly this time. It's not supposed to be business as usual again. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, invite a friend, invite another friend, tell a friend to tell another friend. Thank you so much as you do so. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. We're going to go next to the next person we have here, which is Mr. CM. Mr. CM, please, are you ready for us? Mr. CM,
Yes, thank you very much, Kachi. I'm here.
thank you.
I greet everybody, and please all protocols duly observed. Some of the video clips I didn't watch with you people, but I have a fairly good grasp of what he's talking about. Let me start with Tinubu certificate. This is really a shame, but what can we do? It keeps cropping up. This is left for Nigerians to know. If somebody is afraid of showing his or her certificates, anybody you can trust should not be your number one citizen. It's as simple as that. Anybody who is not, certificate is like a property you own. If you can't tell us exactly how you come about it, I mean, then case closed. You can't command my respect or my loyalty. In this day and age, you are telling me you didn't go primary school, you did not go secondary school, nothing to show for primary or secondary school. Even if you were an external student, we know. Even if you are an external student, they must have written an external exam. All I know is that a university, for instance, no university can admit you without having something on your file. There must be a transcript. There must be there must be there must be a record of your academic performance at the lower level before coming to the higher level. It's like you're going for a doctoral program. You must show evidence you've done something at the undergraduate level or master's level. For everywhere you go, you have to present something. So what certificate did Tinubu present in before getting to Chicago State University? Although I had somebody somewhere argue that the requirement is a school certificate, but he was able to tender something higher than school certificate. You see, if the requirement is school certificate, that is the basic one they need. It is now your discretion to tender what is higher or not higher. You might have primary, secondary, and university certificate. If the thing says what we want is secondary school, you stop there. But if you like, you can tender whatever that is higher than them. That may not count. What they if without that can only count only if they did not see the basic. If they saw the basic, they can say, okay, you can have this as addition. In going for job interview, like we always do, they always tell you, oh, there is a desirable, what is called essential and desirable. This is if you can have it. They can say if you can speak an alternative language like this is an added advantage. But they are not going to judge you on that. That basic is what they want. And yet Tinubu is falsifying all this. Somebody whose life history is full of fraud, even the name, even the age. The most annoying thing is that if you go on the internet now, her daughter, Folashade, the geology of Lagos or geology of the universe, she's 60, going 61, and they've gone somewhere to go and reduce it to 42. What sort of nonsense is all this? And yet you want to be the president of the country. You see, what 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 bugs me too much, what annoys me is the pathetic falsehood. And yet somebody will be going from platform to platform to come and start marketing it, to come and start pushing the Tinubu option. That's a very big shame. I don't want to comment on his health status, but this certificate issue should disqualify. He should not even, if really he has shame, the Yoruba should have sat together and then advise him to withdraw. As simple as that. It's a very big shame that is there's somebody who will be a president of the country is having this type of issue, something a basic certificate. What is he sitting down to write GCSE and then or GC or whatever ordinary and get 5 credits? What is there? And then you show it openly than to keep talking you attended university in Chicago, certificate is not there. If you go there now, it is not there. This happened in 1999. We thought we've come over it. Now it's coming up again. I mean, people should. I mean, there are. I mean, I feel ashamed discussing certain things because these are bread and butter issue. It shouldn't be coming up. It shouldn't be coming up against somebody. Your name. You are not. What's what they call squeaky clean. If you are not squeaky clean, what are you coming out to do? To come and fool us? To come and tell us, oh, you are not from a Ragbiji. You are no longer Muda Sangode or Ogunlere. You know, there are so many names. Your your drug deal in US is still in the internet for people to go and see. Is it me that put it there? Is it me that fabricated and put it there? And all these things. The fact that you even have all this skeleton, all this dirty past, you should have gone home and then quietly then you withdrew. Than all this you are messing up. I'm not really happy discussing Tinubu issue at all. It's a shame. It's a very, very big shame. Then on the issue of Wike's plight in PDP, one thing I will advise Wike from at the hand on heart, I have to advise Wike. The PDP you are dying for. Atiku was in PDP 1999 to 2007. He left to go and contest against the Yaradua under AC. I think ACN then or AC. He did not work. He came back to PDP again. Later left for APC, then came back to PDP, and then left again. He keeps going in and coming and coming and going out and coming in. The same thing with Saraki. So we get trying to beat his heart and telling people, oh, since 1998 or 1999, I started PDP with Alex Ekweme. It hasn't helped you. We can play Nigerian politics. You spend River State money to host PDP convention or whatever in Port Harcourt 2019. Your intention was that Tambuwa will win. Maybe he makes you a vice. You spent all the money from River State. Tambuwa did not win. You went back to Atiku to say, sorry, it is true I didn't support you, but now that you've won, we work together. And you spent the whole money again. Because of you and P2B being a VP, PDP garnered a lot of votes from the southeast and south-south. Then Tambuwa, you helped to do everything, even helped him to his governorship bid. Wike paid money. At the crucial time, payback time, before everybody, it snubbed you and said, I'm withdrawing for my brother. He said, my brother. He called Atiku my brother at Abuja openly. Wike, what are you doing? You are denying you are Ikwere, you are denying you are not Igbo. Rotimi Amechi is Ikwere, he's Igbo. Former Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Uche Okuku, is Ikwere, he's Igbo. So if you can be, if an Ikwere man should be President General of Ohaneze, Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, and he's Ikwere, Ogbako Ikwere is a member, then how come because of political correctness you deny your brother? This is the time for you to openly, you have a lot of ground to say, look, I'm leaving PDP. Let it be the first time I'm leaving. Maybe in future you come back. Play Atiku politics, play Nigerian politics, Wike. Play Nigerian politics or play the Fulani politics. This is the time. You don't have to be there. You are not helping anybody. They've cheated you in everything, and yet you are still there maintaining principle. Who are you maintaining principle with? So that is my personal advice. If he's listening or somebody can convey, this is the time for you to say, you come to Labour and join P2B and then let's move forward. This is the moving train. Where are you going? Are you going to APC, a dead party that made Nigeria the poverty capital of the world, and people are still bringing APC candidates? Is that where he's going to go? There's no need. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Play the Fulani politics. That's all. Then on Ekweremadu saga, the issue of Ekweremadu, I've called it a national shame. In the past, I've expressed my sympathy for the daughter who is having a kidney problem. I mean, I'm only being human because nobody knows tomorrow. But there are things we can change ourselves. The issue of building a hospital, I don't think it is that it is that let me say resource consuming. There are a lot of they could have done all this. They could have voted money. What is transplant? You have a hospital, you train a transplant surgeon and then some physician, and then you have other ancillary people to help you. Is that not what they are going to do? If you can, if you need a kidney from Nigeria, that transplant they are going to do at Royal Free Hospital in London, it can also be done somewhere in Enugu or anywhere if you have set up the facility. So this is a lesson for them. Only with Nigerians ever learn. Will our politicians ever learn? That's one. Then on the issue of EFCC warning about accommodating a Yahoo boy, you see, to me, EFCC has shown that Nigeria is a feudal state. Forget about democracy; it's a feudal state. How can EFCC be? Who are they to be talking? As if they do not know. Why didn't they go and arrest Atiku and Tinubu? They saw bullion van. Is bullion van carrying milk? The CFCC, are they not aware of a bullion van that Tinubu and the bullion van? What is contained in every bullion van? Is it tomato or beans? So I mean, they're just trying to play to. They're just trying to. I mean, to be honest, if I wish I'm a human rights lawyer, I would have taken EFCC because this is a breach. The Constitution of Nigeria is the grand norm. Which section of the Constitution says somebody should not have? By the way, who is a Yahoo boy? Who defines who is a Yahoo boy? Who defines who is a Yahoo boy? EFCC will look at you and say, "Oh, this man can be a Yahoo," but then they get the person arrested. When they are doing convention at Abuja, they refuse to go there and they arrest all the politicians and put them in jail on account of spending dollar in Nigeria when your naira is there. So to me, that is a sign that Nigeria has gone to the dogs. It's more of a feudal state than that of where sane people are habiting. Then let me touch briefly on Samuel Ortom's plight. Well, the issue of Samuel Ortom, I pity the people of Benue State because for somebody to be in a refugee camp and then every day you wake up, you imagine how your compound is. The trees you planted, the four walls of your house, if it's fenced, and then the house you've been living in, the freedom you enjoy. Now you are in a refugee camp waiting for people to contribute food to you. Maybe a whole family may be lying on a floor as if they are refugee without really war. So what I will advise is there's a way because this is the time for the people of the Middle Belt, not just Samuel Ortom. Let me use them as a point of contact. The people of the Middle Belt, they should now make a political statement by aligning themselves with the South. It's as simple as that. Because there's no way if you say the North, because when the Fulani want to dominate you, they say the North will resist it, the Northern vote, the Northern vote. But the North is enslaving the thieves. Is it Igbo man that is making the thieves to be refugees, or is it the Yorubas that are making them? It is not the same the North that is enslaving you, coming to take your land. Is it Igbo man coming to drive you away from your land, or Ichekiri man, or Urubu, or Yoruba, or Efik? It is the same Fulani you say this, and we are not. We attend the 19 northern states. So if they want, because all these things, I don't believe in political correctness. This is the time for them to stand and say, look, enough is enough, by voting for P2B, who is the choice. And then politically, they will align themselves to the South in the hope that even if Nigeria is going tomorrow, they should know where they will draw the boundary. I do not see. Sometimes I said I won't pity them. I won't show sympathy to their cause. But being human, I still have to change and say, look, it could be me. But then they must have to. They must have to do something to help themselves. Then on the issue of students at Cyprus University, well, Nigeria, I don't know. Nigeria is really a basket case. From the video clip I saw, people sleeping rough. I can say they are sleeping rough, leaving Nigeria, and they say they are going there on a scholarship or whatever. P2B said he went to his son. He went to Egypt. You saw Nigerians studying in Egypt, Christians, even people studying in Sudan. Ghana is like you going to United States to study or going to maybe Canada or UK. Now, all these things, if really Nigerians really, if they want to really make a statement, what they need to do is they will say enough is enough. I mean, I do not see why we should have over 100 universities in Nigeria and people are going outside to study, because these are not really universities. These are not really universities. ASU has been on strike for the past, is it not 4 months now? I don't know if I calculate very well. And nothing is being done about that. And yet people will be telling you this great country, and politicians will be deceiving you. So you see, it beggars belief that when all these things are happening, you expect to say something, or those that are feeling the pinch, rather than them taking action, take the bull by the horn and do what they're supposed to do, they won't. The fact that these people are, the plight of these students should have called for nationwide demonstration, at least from that northern part of the country where they say they're coming from. But you see, they won't do it. Everything is based on a paddy something. Maybe if there is a way to cover it up and see who to blame. Yet EFCC is is making noise. So in fact, Nigerian case today, when you look at it, it does not give. I don't know. I think I may be inclined. I don't know, to agree with one write up I saw. Uzodinma Iweala, the son of the WTO Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. He said Nigeria is unsalvageable. That is better we divide it. Everybody go and mend his own way. Because all these things, when you look at these, are common sense bread and butter issue. Yet we can't be able to handle it. We believe on sentiment, political correctness. Even if he's a thief, imagine somebody will be living in UK, or so to speak, in Europe, in a civilized nation, and we'll be rooting for Tinubu to be president of Nigeria. What have you learned in life? And you still be defending Tinubu should be president of Nigeria. If let's say the Southwest, Yoruba is a country, can Tinubu contest? Let's face it. If Yoruba, the whole of Southwest, is a country of its own, can Tinubu ever dream of becoming president of the Southwest? They won't. They will never allow him. I can bet my life on it. No matter the money, they will tell him that no. And he knows it. But because we are in this one contraption called Nigeria, anybody can use tribal sentiment to come and bring out a thief, alpha, beta, somebody like that, and we are still discussing it even making noise about it. What a shame. Thank you. Let me yield the ground for others to speak. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Mr. CM. I can really feel the passion and emotion in your voice. I mean, like I keep saying, who wouldn't just think about um, Nigeria and just feel so bad about everything that is going on? There's nobody that will think about the country and not feel very bad about it. Well, guys, like I said before, I called up Mr. CM. Please, the likes on this broadcast is not encouraging, guys. Please, let's hit the like button and also hit the notification button. So whenever we come on live, you'll be notified. Please hit the like button and also share this broadcast, please. Thank you very much as you do so. So I'm going to go next to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Tunaija. Mr. Tunaija, thank you for joining me today. Please go ahead and make your contributions.
Thank you. Yeah, I think what I'm going to be doing now is just to be talking about one specific topic at a time, and but I would just brush over some of the statements about what Ortom said. What he said was basically saying that this Atiku taking the nomination and not even considering this thing at Wike as a VP was a bad idea, and the whole thing was a total shambles. And I think somewhere along the line, I think they are beginning to realize it now, that the PDP and APC have made some catastrophic decisions. Because even the ex-presidents, if you notice, the ex-presidents don't like these two anyway. Obasanjo doesn't like the choices. IBB doesn't. IBB ruled them out more than 3-4 months ago, said he doesn't want any of them. He actually he named them. He didn't want them for this. Yeah, these two people went ahead to win the nomination for the two parties because I think they understood that generation needs to shift in terms of for the leadership of the country. Because while Abibi was doing that, he was busy calling Europeans colonial masters. This is my point. Our leaders never saw us, they've never seen us as being free. Buhari was a young man when Nigeria was still on a colonized country. How can these people understand a free state? They don't get that. So that is why you see this consequence. If Wike had been elected or chosen as the flag bearer for PDP, maybe Peter Obi wouldn't have been this of a magnetic figure, because he wasn't before then. He was there. A lot of people loved him, but he wasn't. He didn't have this momentum that he had. And I thought, even when the Atiku was elected, I said I thought that was a terrible, catastrophic mistake that had happened there, because clearly Wike was the guy for that job, and Wike had a chance to take power away from APC, and the party shanked it and decided to give it to Atiku. That was politically, that was a terrible decision, and the consequences are, you know, the recriminations can carry on from now till that kingdom comes. It's not going to, you know, heal it, no matter what they do. And this is why Tinubu is finding it difficult to find a running mate, because then they have calculated that this is going to get messy, and it will, because they all see now that Peter Obi is the guy now, and people are fed up with them. And right now, it's really bad. The momentum towards Peter Obi is going to increase. I said it before. People earlier on was thinking that it's not going to increase. It will increase if these two parties don't do something about it. Some stuff they need to do about it is what Ortom is talking about. Because if they don't heal the party, if Wike decides to move party now, he may not even go to APC. That is even worse. He may not even go. What if he decides to go to Labour? All hell will break loose. That is the tenterhooks these people are facing right now, and they deserve it, because these two old men decided that they have to rule the country for better or for worse. They don't care about the consequences. That is the consequence they have to live with. So, but for me anyway, like I said, I believe that, you know, we have to be making demands, and I think that one of the demands we need to make is about power supply in this country, because I have experience of buying power in Nigeria, and it's not funny. You know, where I am, I have to operate with about 4 generators, and we have to buy fuel for it, and we couldn't even find fuel. This is in the Federal Capital Territory. You cannot find fuel, and you have to get fuel in the black market, and the black market has a black market. What kind of country is being run like that? And when I look at the data right now, it shows that Lagos is wasting about 5.2 trillion naira on buying fuel for generators that wouldn't be there if they were supplied by the national grid. That is about $12 billion per annum. It doesn't make sense. You know what it's going to take to get mobile power plants to power the whole Lagos? It's less than that. So why is a governor, the so-called Tinubu that did so many great things for Lagos, didn't realize it and say, you know what? While we are getting national grid, maybe national grid is powering 50% of the time, because that's the number they give, about 12 hours. Let's say even 40% or 30% of the time national grid is powering it. Then carry out an emergency budget to power the remaining ones with mobile power plants. Mobile power plants are relatively cheap. Some of them are cheap as $11 million. Lagos is wasting $12 billion every year. How can you not be able to see that you can get mobile power plants to replace these things that can power up to 160,000 homes? And these mobile power plants can be deployed in less than a year. Some of them as short as 60 days. There is no reason why the federal government cannot carry out an emergency budget to power all our cities 24/7 with mobile power plants as a stopgap for the next 2, 3, or 4 years while the national grid is being sorted out, so that we can actually get 24/7 power supply within a year or so. There's no reason why that cannot happen. Check the data yourself online. And this is why I feel like our leaders are lying to us and they are betraying us. Something is not right about this. And I was watching on this in the TVC news this morning, where a Yoruba lady was really infuriated by the killing of Africans in North Africa here by Moroccans. They just slaughtered black people as if we are nothing. And they were walking all over our bodies. And some of them, among the people that are lying down on the ground, many of you have seen the videos, they are still handcuffing them behind their backs. They treat us like animals because we treat ourselves like animals. We don't value ourselves. We don't even approach things with common sense attitude. I keep saying this, if we keep leaving everything to our leaders, other people that have demands for them will get their way. We have to demand an emergency budget for power supply. We know it can be done in less than a year, at most 1.5 years because of the Nigerian factor. You can buy these things, deploy them in every city. We know most properties in Lagos get power, so you don't need any extra infrastructure there. You just need to plug it into the national grid and augment what the national grid cannot supply. That's all you need to do. Then that will support the national grid to provide 24/7 power supply. This is not rocket science. It can be done.
Mr. Tunaja, were he here? Did you hear about what we're talking about today? Like, were you here when we're sharing the videos and reading the articles and sharing the pictures with everyone?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, that explains why you're talking about electricity and power grid.
Okay, so what were you sharing that maybe I missed that was quite significant?
Okay, we're actually talking about, I don't know if you listened to the other panelists, we're actually talking about what the EFCC said about landlords who, put the said Yahoo boys in their house. They risk getting a 15 years jail term, and the students who were on scholarship who are currently in Cyprus, but they've been kicked out of their hostels and apartments because of unsettled bills. And also, we're talking about Wike, Ortom, and the likes of that. So that's actually what we're talking about today. So I don't know if you are following the show.
No, I'm following the show. I'm choosing deliberately to talk about what I want to talk about because I think that there are priorities. Let me say this. Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand that electricity is very extremely important, but that is not what we're talking about right now. So because we still have people here who are yet to say anything, so we just want to stick to the topic that we have here.
Okay, I take your point. I did address some of the points regarding the Wike and Ortom's statement. I took into account the fact that the gentleman that spoke before me mentioned how Wike did back Ortom when there was an attack on at his state, and why Wike, this in Peter Obi, is a reflection of the fact that PDP didn't elect Wike as a flag bearer. So I did address that aspect. The other aspect about payment of this thing for the students and the fees that they're supposed to pay for the students. That aspect for me is the norm, isn't it? It's what we see in Nigeria. Universities are not paid, civil servants are not paid. That is quite part of the deal right now. I don't necessarily feel like I need to fully address it. I think other speakers will address those points. But my time, I feel like I need to put it more in areas that are of higher consequence. Everybody has their priorities.
You can always write to us as to what you would want us to bring onto the show, and we'll definitely work on bringing that onto the show for for us to get more light on that particular topic. But that is not what we're talking about today, so we don't deviate. People are watching because of the particular topic we raised today, so please stick to the topic. If you need time to go through everything, then I'll call you back. Then that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to round up on what I said about. No, just give me 30 seconds to round up on electricity because there's no point going on and not
All right, 30
finishing that.
seconds, please.
And then I will just address the Wike stuff because I really want to, keep away from the other one. Because I wasn't there when they presented this stuff about the fees and stuff like that. So yeah, the electricity one,
Sorry again, Mr. Tunaja. I'm so sorry. Mr. Omuka Ibuka, you said you've been trying to call because the lines have not been opened for calls, yes, but in the next 10 minutes you could call and then I will take your call. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Tunaja, please just round up 30 seconds, please.
Okay, so you want me to wrap up my entire statement?
You just said you need 30 seconds to round up what you were saying.
On the electricity part, then I can go back to what I was talking about.
Please go ahead.
All right. So this issue of electricity, the reason why I bring it up, because I feel like, I'm saying it clearly that we are not addressing things one at a time, and we need to be formulating ideas instead of buying into the narrative that they sell us every day in the newspaper. That is not going to get us anywhere. We need to start taking responsibility for our own agenda, not letting them set the agenda about what Ortom said here, this one said there. That is one aspect of it. I'll just leave it at that. If I'm to say anything generally, I think there's no point of me going on. I think everybody knows my point on that. If I'm to say anything generally, you said I should write in to encourage talk about, in case you guys want to talk about policies. I would like to do that if I have an email address to do that, because I believe this is extremely important time for us. Just like you support Wike wholeheartedly, I also support our people wholeheartedly. So I also support our people wholeheartedly.
You can drop your email address on the private chat or your WhatsApp number. You can drop it on the private chat and we will contact you immediately. But I'm also going to display some numbers on the screen pretty soon. All you have to do is just send a message via WhatsApp and we're going to review and revert back to you. Thank you very much. But that being said, I have to move to the next person we have here, please. Thank you very much, Mr. Tunanja. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Obunski. But before then, please, guys, let's just learn to stay true to the topic. Yes, I understand that Nigeria is frustrating everybody at the moment. And, we all want to come out and bear our minds and talk.
Africa World Line flight EW 223.
I noticed that this is the second time you muted me when I'm talking.
Yes, I have to do that so I can pass my message properly.
Can I just say something? I feel like sometimes when somebody doesn't say what you want to hear, you try to shut them down.
That is not the point, Mr. Tunaja. This is a platform where a lot of you
I beg your pardon.
That is not Mr. One Man Went to Moon. You already sent a message via the private chat saying that you want to come in now. I told you have to wait for your time, please. There are other people here before you. It's not right to just jump other people who have been here waiting for their time and you just come and you say you want to come in now. Please, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Let's not behave like this, please. It doesn't work that way, Mr. Tunanja. Mr. Ogbonski has been here, almost from the beginning of the show, and he has not said anything yet. So how do you expect me to give you a time when somebody else is there before you? Please, let's just try and be realistic here. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. Neither am I, using some kind of authority or whatsoever. If you feel that way, Mr. Tunanja, I apologize for that. And that was the reason I asked if you were following the show from the beginning, because it was obvious that you were not talking based on the topic we're, discussing today. Don't feel like because you don't feel like, oh, you're talking about something I don't like. I'm not here because of my personal interest. We're all here to talk about what is affecting us as Nigerians, what is affecting you, what is affecting me, what is affecting the public. I did not come here to say I want to talk about Kachi. So I don't appreciate it when you say whenever you say things I don't like, I tend to mute you. That is not true. That is not
okay.
true.
Noted.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunanja. I'm going to go straight to the next person we have here. Like I was saying, please, guys, we bring a topic. If you know you have anything you would like us to touch, I mean, we don't know it all. That's the reason why we have you here, our amiable panelists. We don't know it all. So, guys, please, if for any reason you feel you have something for us to bring forward for other people, for all of us to talk about, so you can hear the views of other people, that is totally fine by us. We can bring it out here. Everybody can come together and, and talk about everything. Thank you very much. I'm going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Obunski. Mr. Obunski, please go ahead and make your contributions. Thank you for.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, my sister. You see, we have this Nigeria factor anywhere we go, everywhere we go, because we have to really try to, change this attitude, our Nigeria factor. I've been here for more than 2 hours, but I know it will get to my turn, if not today, tomorrow. But it's all good. You see, let me start with Wike. You see, Wike is a man that I actually like because of his boldness. He's not a coward. But after they didn't elect him as the president, so I thought he was going to react. Surprisingly, he didn't react. So then, with the vice president, you see, it was when PDP did not, they were compromising on who or whatever to be the Nigeria president. That is why I knew PDP was not ready to bring a presidential candidate, because it was clear that Peter Obi was everybody's choice. Okay, they had the second chance, nominating Wike the vice president. They missed it. We all know Okowa can never be matched with Wike. And for me, if I were Wike, I will never forgive PDP. I will harm them so bad because I'm Wike's guy. Before now, I'm Wike before Peter Obi because of his boldness. I like people who say things the way they are, true to power, no matter how it is. It might be loud. Most of our, solutions today, like, trying to go for state, state should, take care of their stuff. It was always Wike's fight. So, and I listened to Arise, Dr. Abati's Channel TV today, because I saw the body language of Ortom, Governor Ortom. I know where Wike will go. That is where Ortom is going. That is for sure. Because Ortom lamented. He lamented. This same Wike have been in PDP. Resources, what is it called? Resources. He used it to bring them together. But it's funny that somebody who left PDP and came back and left again and came back, they made him a presidential candidate, which speaks volume. So they've lost Wike for sure. Only if Wike is a coward. I know he's not a coward. A real man never go back to his vomit. So I would urge Peter Obi to give him a juicy offer, because Wike is a force you have to reckon with in the South, even in Nigeria. Because now we will forgive them what they did to Nigeria. We need all hands on deck, because iron sharpens iron. You understand? So Wike, Peter Obi should dialogue with Wike, because you could see Ortom is behind Wike. So where Wike goes, Governor Ortom will go. That is a bank for us. So that aside, let me go to the second topic about Adiola. Why when she called this state Tinubu window, or the university Tinubu said, or she went, that they could get the result out, even if you lost it or whatever. But it's a shameful part, if not this tribalism in Nigeria. From my understanding, from my findings, I know the Yorubas are the most educated people in Nigeria. They are the most. So how come this man who could not verifiably or cannot really point, because there are a lot of controversies with this education. And they allow him, nobody is even going against him, the Yorubas. But it's a slap on their face. If this man cannot even tell us the primary school he went to, the secondary school, now he lied about the university. Even if this university, he went there, from this university, before he started this university or where this program he did, he must have submitted something tangible from Nigeria. So I know Europeans or in America, anything you drop 10 years, 100 years ago is well documented and kept. So they can as well extract his whatever he used to go into this university in America. So the Yorubas should think, because this guy is just, making us doubt their education, because we all believe the Yorubas are more educated. If one of their leader cannot even, which means a lot of them, from what we are made to believe that they are the most educated people, so which means there is fraud. So they should talk to their man to step down with dignity, because this thing is, is getting me annoyed. Is this man even Nigerian? Maybe he's from Benin Republic, because people are supposed to come out and say, okay, we went to school with him. Nobody's coming out. So that aside, then let me go to Ekure Madu's case. You see, we are all parents, or if not all, but someday those ones, people who have not been parents for now, they will be parents. I feel for her daughter, for his daughter. She see kidney problem. It can happen to anybody, and I wish her quick recovering. And that woman who said she was going to donate her kidney, you can see that woman just want publicity. That is the truth. You can see she from the body language. They asked her, what will you ask for? She said, not now. That woman wants publicity. She wants people to know her. Tomorrow you will be surprised. That woman will go to social media and open her own page. That is for me, because you can't tell me, Brekete family, ordinary president. Do you know how many people lying there waiting for kidney donor? So if nobody have told her about Brekete family, she should go there. I'm telling her now. People are waiting for kidney, line up for somebody to donate kidney. If Ekure Madu is not a senator, Ekure Madu has nothing to do with UK. Will she come out? So let that woman, let's forget about our topic. So Ekure Madu's, my problem with Ekure Madu is a lawmaker, a senator of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You see, what goes around, what comes around goes around, comes around. If he was told by now his daughter will be suffering from kidney problem, I think that man, or 20 years ago when he came to Senate, I think that man will fight or pass the law or use his influence, because he was a minority leader. Now he's still a city senator. So what has he achieved? What has he? What is his impact in what is it called, in health-wise in Nigeria? Because they all know if anything happens, bam, they are in UK or in France or in Germany. That is why they know. How can a city senator having his 4 children in abroad? So which means as a senator, he gets millions of naira from our natural resources, from our taxpayer, and he takes this money and sponsor his children in UK, which means they take with their millions, they send it to UK. Tell me how won't we be poor? We will always be poor with these leaders we have. They go to, you see this machine, this scanning machine, this is what I do. This is what I fix. We call, there is CT, MRT, these are computer thermograph. This is this machine you lay down in a hospital. You go to the hospital, you go to the top of scanning. We have different varieties. We have artists and different. This is what I do. This is what I fix, and this is why I'm always everywhere in Europe. So these machines, by the time sometimes I drive this because I'm a truck driver. I'm a fixer. In German we call it motiore. We build building. Sometimes I drive this machine to a clinic, a small clinic. Sometimes I drive this machine to a veterinary doctor for dogs, scanning machines. These are machines that if you want to scan, you have to sometimes leave Benin, or somebody who is living in Auchi, we have to come to Benin. So to tell you how our health system, how bad it is, you understand? So Wike, Madu, please, I wish your daughter quick recovering. I hope you go out of this mess. So by the time you go back to our Senate, then you with this experience, you will know that it's good you build your home. Because if not for this saga, or taking a young man, taking him to UK for whatever, we would have known that his daughter is having a kidney. Just people will know. So that is it. For the EFCC case, you see, sometimes I ask myself, is Nigeria really serious? We have bigger problems. It's like you leave the elephant, you are chasing the mouse. So these youths, these Yahoo boys, they scam people outside. They bring the money. They settle their parents, settle the poor ones, even share money on the streets. They don't take our money out. They bring, I don't care how they get it. Because these white people, they've scammed us. They've taken a lot from us till today. So people are saying, let them do it. I don't care. What are we saying? They still take up from us till tomorrow. So the little one our boys are using. So if not even these boys that are doing this thing, do you think Benin will size us? Mostly Edo State. It is this small thing they are getting. Because our government have not provided anything, so they are expecting these boys to just, put their hands. It is this whatever Yahoo. That is why we have peace, a little peace in Edo State. It's not the government, because these boys are on their, on their vibrant, on their productive youth age, 19, 20, 17, 21. They can fly fence. They can do anything. They can operate anything. So this thing is even calming them down. Now they are fighting them, doing whatever. Where are the people who are taking money and sending it to UK, sponsor their children, taking our wealth, but they are clapping for them. Those ones that are bringing money in, I don't care any avenue they use, call win away, because not be Nigeria, that country na hellfire. So what does landlord have to do? So which means if somebody want to bring rent an apartment from you, it's a normal thing. My son, what do you do for a living? These boys will lie, sure. Papa, my brother, they are abroad. Papa, are they also here? Are they work for a company? So is it the job of a landlord to go to the police station or go to server and computer and start investigating? So sometimes we don't even know our priority. We don't even know. So is it not the job of EFCC to go into this space and try to figure out how they can track them? So it's not the job of a normal citizen who hustled, who built his house for his retirement when he gets old. Now they want to start harassing them. So Nigeria, sometimes I always ask myself, is it a country? Is it normal? Is it things that are normal in Nigeria is not normal somewhere else? Things that are normal in Nigeria is not normal. How can you imagine? A country where most of them are illiterate in this modern world, then you expect them to know the value of education. It's not possible. It's never possible because they will never know. Even the Northerners that are ruling us, they even support Amajiri. Last time I was watching a man listening to him, it was a sheikh or whatever. He said the Amajiris, they pray for Nigeria. So, and these senators or these public office or whatever, the politicians, they send their children abroad for education, but they don't send their children to do Amajiri in Nigeria. So to tell you, they are just, everybody is just, Nigeria is just that country. And sometimes I ask myself, how come? How did we get here? Where injustice become normal? Where normal things in other countries are not normal in Nigeria, and things that are not normal, so it's just vice versa. You see, Nigeria Africa will stand up if Nigeria stands. That is the problem we are having with these African countries. That is why they don't respect us. They know our capacity. They know we can do it. It's just for them to follow us. But we are supposed to be the leaders. We are just sharing money. Somebody who is now out to say sharing formula to production formula. People even living in abroad, they are still attacking him. You are here in safe haven, have your children here. You can't even take your children, but you will be here talking where people are in hellfire. No road, no light, no security. What is so with Nigeria? Sometimes I go crazy. I will be having headache with Nigeria. Sometimes I wish I'm a Ghanaian. Sometimes I wish I'm a Kenyan. Sometimes I wish I'm from Tanzania. Tanzania late president. He stayed 5 years in power. So they go and look at Tanzania. The late Magufuli. Go see Tanzania today. Now they are middle class. Just 5 years. A man who arrested the British, they wanted to go or whatever. He said no. British have to compensate with $200 something million. Do you know how many goats are living in Sanfara? Wrong way in a country. So for now, that is my submission. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Obunski, for that. I know you already said it, so I mean, don't be lie. When you just think about Nigeria, sometimes you will just get a headache.
Just a question to the last speaker. A question.
Okay, Mr. C, go ahead.
A question. Please, the last speaker. Do you know that Tanzania is a middle income country now? It's no more in the caliber of
that's what I'm saying.
That's what they call high income, low income, and middle. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Obunski.
I know about
Mr. Obunski, please, before you answer that question, we have a caller here. Mr. Ebuka has been trying to call us in. Please, let's take the score. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Mr. Ebuka, good evening to you, sir. Mr. Ebuka, please go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you.
What I want to contribute is that, and what I want to say is that, in this issue of equal money, quite all right, we are human beings, but they say that whatever you sow is what you reap, and they say that the way you spread your bed is the way you lie on top of it. If you have a little opportunity for you to assist your people, why not do it? Now look at what has been upon him now. How wish that little opportunity he has, he provides all those facilities. He equipped the state very well. I believe those issues won't have happened like that. And another thing again, in terms of what is his name, this man, I want to ask a question. Those like people like Tinubu, Atiku, if I will have the opportunity to ask them, do they know this in terms of do they know this state and capital? They should be able to read them to see, because most of all those little things, most of them they don't have idea on it, and most of them, and the worst part is that our government, they don't know anything about governments.
Okay.
And most of them, they don't. Hello, you said what?
I'm answering you. I said okay.
No, they don't know anything about governments, and you will see someone that reads mechanical, they will put him in charge of electrical. Someone that reads business administration, he will be the chief speaker. Those are the things discovering most of all those problems in the country. And another thing, our judiciary, they are not working, as in, they are not doing anything reasonable. Because now, presently now, we don't have any, the masses don't have freedom of speech anymore. Whenever you speak the truth, it will be a problem to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ebuka, for calling. Thank you. Sir, I didn't ask you where are you calling us from, please?
I'm calling from Edo State.
Edo. All right. Thank you so much, Mr.
Please, can I come in now? Kashi, it's me, Mr. Alex.
Mr. Alex, you're next, but I just need Mr. Wonsky to answer the question Mr. CM asked him. That's all, and you're next.
I think they've already answered themselves. Maybe okay. You are not aware.
All right, great. Mr. Alex, you can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for your contribution. I thank everybody on the platform. I want to see how I can quickly touch everything. The topics are much. First of all, I start with the lamentation of Ortom. Governor Ortom should blame Yakubu Gowon for the problems in his state, for the killings in his state, because in 1967, Ojukwu had an arrangement for Nigeria to be divided into 3 countries. So I don't know, at some point, it broke down and a war started. Gowon was interviewed by BBC last 3 years. He said he is regretting fighting that civil war. He should have allowed Nigeria to break into 3 countries. So I want Governor Ortom to direct his lamentations towards Yakubu Gowon. That is the first set origo of the problem. So if Nigeria had broken into 3 countries, probably we would have been better off living as neighbors, like Scandinavian, like the Danish, Swedish, and so on and so forth. So now you can see the slaughtering is nationwide, but it's much in those areas. They've totally conquered those people in those areas. Ojukwu saw all these things. Ojukwu read history. You know about the Kaniro Empire. You know about the conquest nature of these gluttons, these Fulanis. So he wanted to divide the country. He told Awolowo, sir, the Malams are coming. They are not educated. They don't believe in education. They don't believe in progress. They don't believe in rule of law, respect, tolerance. So we can see what Ojukwu saw now. I'm sure everybody's eyes are clear now. It's not about region or sentiments. Forget that Ojukwu was from the east. Look at the truth staring at all our faces now. We separating, would it not be better to have Biafra as a nation, have Northern Nigeria as a nation, and have Oduduwa Republic as a nation? There would have been boundaries. This nonsense will not be happening. Atiku will not be coming to power every 4 years to contest and go back to Dubai. Tinubu will not be falsifying his result, and all this nonsense could have been avoided. So my respect to the late Odumengo Ojukwu. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm Benin, but I read political science. I'm a man who loves justice, equity, and fairness. I cannot stand, sometimes I weep in my closet to see how people are being killed in farmlands, something we could have just avoided. The British amalgamated, forcefully joined us together for their selfish interests. And we could not use our head to come together, to separate, to destroy these forceful amalgamations. Kings were killed, kingdoms were destroyed throughout the whole region. Our Oba of Benin was taken to Calabar. Benin was invaded. Our artifacts were looted. The country is a fraud, and we all know it. The earlier we start saying the true story to our children, the better for us. So I think we should not rigmarole about the whole thing. We should not have a vicious cycle, thinking. There is no 2 ways about it. We must still split Nigeria at some point. We cannot continue like this. Our young girls have become prostitutes worldwide. Our boys are into different things because they are forced with lack of opportunities economically back home. And we've had leaders for more than 40 years, the military or democracy. They've done nothing than steal money and amass wealth for themselves and their family members. We cannot continue like this. I speak with facts and historical evidence, historical empirical facts that cannot be denied. So this was what Ojukwu was trying to avoid for his people. Although he made a mistake It was no longer a war of succession. It was not a war of expansion when he expanded the map of Biafra into Midwest. But his intentions were right. He saw the wickedness coming. He saw the killings. So let me talk about Tinubu. Tinubu for me is just, unfortunately, I'm in Lagos now. I hope I can speak the way I want to speak about Tinubu. So Tinubu should not even be contesting with the certificate issues coming up now against him. It should not be contesting at all. We live in a nation where abnormality has become normal, where graduates are now gatemen, where professors are now secretaries to thugs because they are politicians. What a shame. What a shame. Shame on all our politicians all this while who have refused to listen to the voice of conscience and reasoning, who have refused to draw their inspiration from people like Nelson Mandela, Julius Nyerere of Tanzania, people like Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso, people who had convictions and ideas. A man has come again with ideas in the person of Peter Obi, and people are still trying to go for Atiku and Tinubu. So I have to crisscross now to the matter of Wike. Wike should accept his problem as a man. He should do the needful by leaving his party right now. PDP means nothing to PDP. See him as nothing but just a mere floor member upon all he has done for the party. He has been betrayed. He has been subjected to ridicule. They subjected him through a lot of political abracadabra. They brought him from the pinnacle to the ground zero of politics. So for me, I think Wike should leave now and talk to Obi so that they can make an alliance and grab this nation from these political vultures. And lastly, I want to talk about the EFCC. Can you hear me, gentlemen and ladies? If you can hear me, let me know.
I can hear you, Mr. Alex. Please go ahead.
So EFCC for me is just a watchdog for the party in power to unpick those they want to pick, those who are a threat to them. For me, it's just a caricature of the reality. They saw the delegate election where dollars were flying everywhere. They couldn't arrest nobody. Rather, they were even protecting those people. They were protecting the major thieves, and now they are going after young boys and young girls who are using their brain to do whatever they are doing. I'm not God to judge anybody. So for me, it's just a misplaced priority for the EFCC. The EFCC boss just now must come out and retrace his statements and apologize to Nigerians. He should go after the politicians. He should go after the Bolivar videos I see everywhere on the internet. It should be caught to order. It should be caught for questioning. I'm happy he's going through scrutiny now. His paperwork are on the streets again, and it's on the net again. People are asking questions. We are at the point in Nigeria right now that if we get it wrong this time, I'm not sure in the next 4 or 5 years there will be Nigeria anymore. So I want to go back again to the problem of Ortom. That's middle bet. That middle bet. I blame Gowon again. Ojukwu was a gift to us. He saw it. And they had a meeting somewhere according to the history I read, somewhere in Enugu. A lot of generals were there, and a lot of people, leaders of thought. Even Wole Soyinka was in that meeting. Wole Soyinka was given the assignment of going to region to organize for defense troop that will resist the Nigerian government, while soldiers were sent to Lagos, that was the capital city then, to dislodge the present government and announce the birth of 3 countries. But some traitors, they betrayed Ojukwu. The history I read said Ojukwu wept for 3 hours before the war was declared. For 3 good hours. Why? He was not crying for himself. His father was a billionaire. Ojukwu's father was the richest among, if not the richest, in Nigeria then. So he was crying for what we are seeing now. Ojukwu is so 50, 70 years into the future. Don't joke with historians. Don't joke with lawyers and political scientists. Don't joke with people from the humanities studies. They see beyond you. They're like visionary people. Ojukwu saw everything. He saw everything coming. He saw the women being raped. He saw it in his head. He saw, and he told Awolowo. Awolowo agreed. But midway, on their way to Lagos, the Yorubas and some soldiers connived and changed their mind. I'm sure everybody is paying the price for it now. So once again, I want to pay my respects to late Odumengo Ojukwu. And I want to apologize on behalf of these people, these nitwits, traitors, these snitches that betrayed him. That we are deeply sorry. We should have listened to him. So guys, I will just drop it here. I'm very busy.
Right.
Thank you guys. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Alex, and God bless you too. We have another person here, Mr. Omobude. I hope I got that correctly. Mr. Omobude, good morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you for joining us here today. Please unmute your mic, introduce yourself, let us know where you're calling from, then make your contributions.
Good evening, man. I'm joining people from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today.
Right,
I hope I got your name correctly, please.
Yes, you are right. You are right. Thank you so very much.
And is this the first time you've been here with us?
No. This is not the first time. The first time I joined, I used the name Good Luck. You were the one who anchored the program that very day.
All right. Okay. Maybe because of the name, that's why I asked. All right. Thank you so much for joining us again. Please go ahead and make your contributions.
All right. Let me start with this Ekwemadu. One thing is that when someone has the opportunity to grab light and that person refuses to grab light, the person remains in darkness called bondage forever. That's what Ekwemadu deserves for now. He has the opportunity to change things around, if not for Nigeria, for his own community, for his own state. He was not able to do that. That's what led him to where he is today. Now, let me drop that aside. Let me go to the EFCC. The people controlling EFCC, I don't know the people who are in charge of those people. These people, they are not worth to be called EFCC. Sincerely speaking, if they are hearing me now, they are not worth to be called EFCC because they don't work in integrity. When APC were having their primary election, money were being distributed there that very day. What did they do concerning it? Nothing. Up to now, Nigeria is still waiting for them to carry out the action. Nothing. But if they're to be Yahoo boys now, they will pursue them and make sure they follow them to their last card. When will the integrity start in Nigeria? So EFCC are made for some certain group of people, not for some certain group of people. Not for our leaders, Nigeria, not for our leaders that are governing us today. The very day PDP had their primary election, dollars were being distributed that very day. EFCC were there, they did nothing. Now let me come back to this. What is it called? Concerning the issue of Peter Obi, and because I don't want to talk about those wrong people. I just want to be concentrated about this Peter Obi, how he's going to emerge to become our president. By now, he's supposed to have candidates who will be running with him. I don't know what is wrong. I don't know. Maybe since he is not able to get Kwankwaso, let him try other person who are very good in terms of politics, who has the power of integrity.
Okay, Mr. Omobode, I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to interrupt you again. I don't know if you followed the show from when we started. Did you follow the show, please?
No, not too long, not quite long when I joined.
Okay, that means you really do not know what we're talking about then.
All right.
Okay. We'll just try as much as we can to let people stick to the topic on ground so we don't deviate totally, because like I said before, there are a lot of people watching us and they're watching us based on the topic that we're talking about today. And Nigeria World Platform, like I always say, is a platform where people come to air their views and we educate people. People get educated from everything we're talking about. I totally understand what you're trying to say, but that is not what we're talking about right now. So I'm just going to give you some time to listen to what other people have said, and I'll come back to you shortly, please.
All right, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, guys. So we're going to go next to Omoye's Corner. I keep losing you here, but thank God you're here now. So Omoye's Corner, your time is now.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh my God, it's going to take me some time. I'm looking at everybody. I just wanted to say, can, the people that have spoken already, can they go hop off and have others so that other people can come in and contribute? I'm just saying, that's just my 2 cents. But anyways, going straight into it. So with regards to, the concerns about Wiki and all of that, I don't really know much. I only heard very good things about Wiki from his people, saying what he's been able to achieve for them and how much of a fighter he is and all of that. But I think that what he's experiencing is a consequence too of, mixing up with people who do not share a vision with you or have the same type of ideas about how to run a country or how to, take care of people. So he found himself in a wrong place at a wrong, especially at this time. I would have assumed, based on everything that has been said about him and all the good works that he has done, he would not want to join himself anymore to this same group of people. So I hope that whatever he's going through right now, I hope he comes out of it stronger, because I've only heard good things about him. I've heard a few not so good things, but a lot more good things than a few not so good things. So I hope that he can come out of whatever stronger and even more powerful, but than all of these people. Now, for what's his name, Ekweremadu, right? I just want to ask a question, and it's also kind of a statement. Most of us have parents, right? We all have parents, and sometimes our parents make certain decisions that are not good, that we think are, selfish or whatever. And we call them out and we say, no, daddy, you cannot do this. No, mommy, you cannot do this. I've known people who have separated themselves from families because they were not very pleased with what their parents were doing. I mean, Ekweremadu's children, they're not babies, right? It's not as if they're newborn babies where they don't know what's going on or what their parents are up to. I would have expected that having the knowledge that they have, being given the opportunity to be in a different environment, an environment that allows them to thrive and have the ability to think analytically, they'll be able to challenge their parents on certain things. Based on that, I mean, these people have enjoyed. This man has been in politics since 1999. What has he done for his own people? Let's not even talk about Nigeria. How many hospitals are in his village? How many lives has he changed? How many lives has he transformed? Apart from the lives of the people that he wants to get something from, or he thinks he can get something from, how many of his people can come out and say, hey, this is what Ekweremadu did for me. If it wasn't for him, our entire village would not have had light. We see people that are not even politics, that are maybe wealthy or came into money after hard work, going back to their villages and doing amazing things for their people. What has this man done? And all the while, he's been enjoying this diplomacy all over the world. His children have been enjoying the money. They've been flying from using one private jet to another, using government money and all of that. And no child the children are not babies. None of them can say, no, daddy, this what you've been doing before. We can't do that now. Now you want to try and leave a legacy. At least I had the voice to tell my parents that I could challenge my parents on certain things. So I would expect the same thing. I don't want to fall into the category of those who, who just sweep everything under the carpet. This is a problem we have in Nigeria. We're always very quick to forgive and then forget. I'm not saying don't forgive, but hold people accountable for whatever they do, because there are lives that are directly connected to these things. So based on those sentiments, I don't feel sorry for any one of them. I'm sorry. I do not feel sorry. I have no empathy. I have empathy and sympathy for those that are suffering in Nigeria. The poverty in Nigeria is not a joke. It's like living on hell, living in hell on earth. That is maddening to me. So I have no sympathy for them because the children are direct recipients of their parents' whatever, and they can see they're knowledgeable enough, they're grown up, they're mature enough to know the difference, you know. And then with regards to Tinubu, I don't know. I really, it beats me because I would expect that we've come to a place where we'll start to, you know, tell ourselves the truth. Tinubu is not somebody that should have even come out as a candidate. In the first place, it was a surprise to me. If they had people like, what's his name, Peter Obi, why did they not present him? They didn't. But instead, the man left, and I'm glad he left, right? And they gave it to Tinubu of all people, and the man cannot even justify anything about his life. Imagine how low the politics has become in Nigeria. And we're just talking, we're just casually addressing it. No, these people have to be seriously held accountable. A man like Tinubu should not come out and say he wants to run for president. He shouldn't even smell it. This is what we need to be addressing. We need to be very emphatic about calling people out and holding them accountable. We have to change these things. You know, the only person that I see that can ensure at least everybody clamoring for one thing or the other until there's some element of stability. Everything that everybody is clamoring for will not even, there's a likelihood that it won't happen. Because if the wrong person by mistake through rigging gets in, forget, just call your families and tell them to leave. I'm telling you, because it's going to get really, really bad. Buhari is going to look like a saint if Tinubu comes in. So I don't even know why people are even discussing that. The man, there's nothing about him that you can figure out. He's like a fraud standing. He's like a human fraud standing from top to bottom. The only people that are coming out to him to help him and clamor for him are Agberos. So in his lifetime, he could not turn those Agberos' lives around. He could not say, okay, you know what? Why don't you go to school? He could not impact their lives. Why is it that it's only touts that are coming out and supporting him and saying, yeah, we died here? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Nobody thinks about the impact they leave on the lives of people. Nobody thinks about people. It is money, 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 money that's not going anywhere. Age is already telling on him, we're all going to get old. What are you doing to impact the person next to you, your family, or whoever crosses your path? You know? And somebody said earlier that the mentality has to change. Absolutely. Because the mentality is why people are clamoring and dancing and shouting for bats, bats, bats. Broom, 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 broom. It is the mentality where people have suffered so long. They don't know what it is they don't know what it is to experience justice, to live in peace, to have security. They don't know what it's like. They've never seen it before. No electricity. They're just living in penury. They don't even know what it feels like. You know? So, I don't know. The mentality has to change, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Even when Peter Obi gets in, there's so much work because the damage is deep. Okay? And then for the landlord and the Yahoo boys or whatever, I have never heard I've never heard as long as I've been on this earth where, the security agents are the ones now telling owners of homes that they'll be held accountable if they allow someone, a Yahoo person, rent their place. I've never heard it before. The only time that would apply is if the landlord knows that this person is Yahoo and intentionally rents to him. That's where, okay, you can say, okay, was the landlord aware? If the landlord was aware, then you hold him accountable still. This is the first time I'm hearing it. This is crazy. This is what we're trying to fix. And then people, all over social media trying to, flip the story and try to spin negative news and try to throw dirt on this man. I'm not voting for Peter Obi. I'm voting for a movement, a revolution. I want to be a part of that revolution, regardless of which way it goes. I am voting for a movement that is bigger than a man. It's not even about Peter Obi. If it was somebody from wherever, if it was a northerner that had the mentality and the wherewithal, just like Peter Obi, I'll be voting for him. If it was a Yoruba man, if it was an Edo man, I will be voting for him. So it's irrelevant. People don't understand. The movement is not about one person. It's not about a human being. No, it's about what the possibilities are. Think about it. There'll be generations of people that are coming up that will not have known what it means to have electricity. I was born in that country, no electricity. I use lantern read for school with candle. How many candles burn my hand? And lantern, they look for kerosene up and down. They read for inside darkness. Please, I beg. If people have forgotten, me, I've not forgotten. In as much as we are all here trying to find solutions, let's also start to work on our minds. Somebody said that also. It's very important because sometimes people come here and spew, and sometimes I wonder, this is part of the problem. What you are saying, what you're spewing from your mouth is exactly the problem. If we have people with this type of mentality in Nigeria, we have a problem, you know? So anyway, I'm going to keep quiet for now and let everybody else talk. But thanks for giving me the opportunity. Once again, Peter Obi, tomorrow, today, next tomorrow, next year. I rest and I enjoy the rest of another day.
Thank you so much, Omoyes Corner. Your submission was indeed very interesting and very educational. Thank you so much for that. We have a caller here. Hello, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you.
Good evening, my beautiful Sister Kashmi. God bless you.
God bless you too, sir.
This is Mr. Pius.
Mr. Pius.
No surprise. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Pius. Please go ahead and make your contributions. Where are you calling us from?
Okay, thank you for everything you are doing. Thank you for the house, everybody in the house. God bless you all.
Amen.
I also thank my brother, the Nigerian watch, the Moses of our time, the Moses of Edo State. God bless you for me. But the truth is standing for the Edo people.
Amen.
That is what I want to say. God bless Nigeria watch for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Amen. And you too. Thank you, sir. We have somebody that just joined us, Mr. Tiobala and Mr. Charles. Thank you so much for joining me today. You guys came late, but I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to make your contributions if you know what we're talking about today. But before then, Mr. Amobute, I'm sure you've gotten a grasp of what we're talking about already. Mr. Amobute. Okay, I think Mr. Amobute is not ready for us. I'm just going to go straight to Mr. Tiobala.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Tiobala. Good evening to you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, great.
Okay.
Actually, I'll be following, but at a point, I have to go and attend to some other thing because lately I've been so busy this period with some office work and all that.
Okay.
But however, I really want to share my light with the video people share initially regarding that Ortom video and the issue with Yahoo Boys and the certificate with Tinubu as well as his vice. First of all, going back to that Ortom, it is clear based on what he has said, because even they say, if you watch very well, find out that the Benue people have been the worst hit of this fulanization of Buhari. So I see no reason why, I don't see how an average Benue person will vote for this APC or any Fulani government, whether it be Atiku or APC. They have suffered a lot. They need freedom. They need someone who can give them that sense of belonging. So the man might not say it the way it is, but from his tone, you can really detect from that. And he was talking about Wike being the vice, and they didn't give it the opportunity. They went to go and choose Ifeanyi Okowa. There's still something that I'm seeing there, which got him angry, because with your submission right now, he believes that Ifeanyi Okowa might be so quiet that even the Fulani people might decide to start using him, or it might not even, in case anything will go wrong, he will not even come out to talk. But we cannot have Wike being the vice, then anything will be going wrong in the country. Wike will not come out and talk. Definitely, the whole world will be shaking. So that is more reason they decided to jettison Wike and choose another person to be the vice. This is what they foresee. They say the man talks too much. Yes, he talks too much. Yes, but they know the guy will give them problem because he's a man that don't need any nonsense. So it's something. It's so unfortunate regarding the Tinubu certificate. I think we have discussed it enough. But it's so unfortunate that with this current world, you don't know your classmates. You cannot even call your school to provide your certificate. People are saying doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your character defines who you are. So if you cannot tell us how you live your life over the year, definitely you cannot do anything to rule the nation. Definitely, if anything goes wrong, people will be there to pinch you. If they can be doing anything wrong under your government, you don't have any mind or anything to fight them back. So I'm so scared of if Tinubu, it will never be. That just it, as far as I'm concerned, by God's grace. So, and people with this, many people are even saying this. I watched a video today where Governor Zulu also was preaching, telling his people who to vote for. The people of Borno State, they tell him, yes, you are done well as a governor, but this one, you cannot tell us what to do. I also said a video of Babangida, how he was describing the kind of president Nigeria needs today. You know, how the person should be a good economy, should be in the 60s and all that. So most of us here in the South, we are saying the Northerners, they know what they want. By the grace of God, even the Northerners are also aware of the situation they are facing in Nigeria. So I believe the Northerners are with this movement. It's just for us to ignite the movement more within them. So the issue regarding Yahoo Boy, I'm not supporting Yahoo in any case. But the truth of the matter is that what led them to that Yahoo issue? What made them to start doing that? Most of them are graduates. They could not find a job. They resulted in doing that. Though I'm not supporting it in any way, it doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is that when you want to find a problem solution to a problem, first of all, find the root cause. So they should provide a job for the youths so that they will not be thinking otherwise. They should not be thinking otherwise. I think the government need to do something like that. Okay, if you even watch in Nigeria right now, most of the businessmen, policemen, even some lecturers, and of them, they are even doing Yahoo. The Yahoo we are even talking about now. If it's okay, they should provide their business. They can even give you business. They'll say this is the business they are doing. You know, they'll give you business, but inside whatever they are doing, this illegal stuff called Yahoo. These are youth we need to revamp, as in work on them. For them, the issue of cybersecurity that during Russia-Ukraine war, I said during of recent here just now, we see how one of the company in Nigeria was hacked for complete days. Where Russia hacked them, but we have boys in Nigeria who can secure our system. We don't pray for anything bad. We need to start working on ourselves, building humans. Not like somebody that start installing governors in different states say is building human. You say you build Lagos, and then you have gone to France to go and seek medical treatment. Lagos you build, you cannot even take a hospital there, for instance. You cannot take treatment there. No, Nigeria's situation is something else. Sometimes I will just decide to be watching at the background. It's something, it's so frustrating. But I believe this time around we are getting it right. I promise you that I'm 99% sure. Do you know what they want? For people coming out to tell you say they will buy, but forget. That's what they said during the Obaseki era. They said they will say, they go with the money. Do you know what they want? I'm telling you the truth. It will be a shocker to them. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Tiyobala. Mr. Omobudi, are you ready for us now? Okay, I guess Mr. Omobudi is not ready for us, so I'm just going to go straight to Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, are you ready for us?
Yeah, my sister.
Good evening to
How
you,
are
sir.
you? I'm very well and good. From here, good morning.
Oh, good morning to you.
Yeah, I've been listening actually for a while now.
Okay.
You see, like the second to last speaker, what he said. You see, about the grandmother's issue. Look, there was a time in my village, something was happening, something are not going well. I called some of my friends, but I said, look, some of my friends whom their parents are involved in some of the things that are happening that are not good in my village. I called some of them and said, look, if my parents are involved in this, if my parents are involved in such things, I will call them openly and let them know, look, these things you guys are doing, my hands, I am not in support of it. How can you get yourself involved in such evil? The community are in shambles. Nothing is happening. You people are colliding. You people are just ganging up against some people, selling public properties and getting the money to yourselves. So you see, like the person say, his children have grown and they know what is good and bad. Their father has been in politics for almost 20 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Like the person say, how many times have they sit their father down? Because they have been enjoying good life in the UK. And how many times have they sit their father down asking, Dad, you have been in this for many years. How many people can you say you have helped in this our community that they can come out to them and say, if it is not our dad, if it is not our dad, I don't know what could have become of me today or community. If it is not one of these our illustrious son, we couldn't have good road, we couldn't have light, we couldn't have even health center. He fought for it. How many people that will come and say it? And how many times have they sit their dad down and say, but them themselves, they are in UK where things are going very well, the systems are working, they have good medical care, they have good roads, they have good water, security, everything. So they don't care. They don't care. So in as much as I feel bad because for his daughter that is having issue, I feel bad because he's a human being like me. Apart from that, honestly, I have no pity for them because at my age, if my father is a politician and is in such exotic position and my community is suffering, and I know that he can help and he has not been helping, I will sit him down and ask him questions and separate myself from anything going on around him that is not good. But have they done that? So for that reason, sometimes I don't care about what they're passing through. It's their problem. Let them deal with it. About Wike, you see, like I always said, from the first day PDP decided to take their presidential aspirant to North was the day they lost that position. Because Wike has suffered for that party. He has done everything to carry that party, to keep that party. At the end of the day, what happened? They stabbed him. They stabbed him. And all the challenges he's going through now. Somebody say he talks too much. Yeah, he talks too much. But what is he talking? Is it not true? How many governors have come out? Like there was a time, one governor in the north, they were declaring Muslim what. He came out and said the same thing that he know his university is a Christian community. He's not saying it just to bring a disunity up, but sometimes these things are supposed to be said. How many governors can come out and say it? So what he is passing through now is as a result of gang up against him. Like the person said, I pray that his eyes will be open and he will see light and know that no, this is not all about tribalism. This is not all about where I came from. This is not all about my religion. This is all about getting Nigeria right. And since I've tried and I've lost it, let me join the moving trend. Let me join the youth. Let me be part of this movement. He may not come out openly, but he can do it underground. because based on the caliber of person he is, and there's a staunch PDP member and someone who has come openly many a time said, I'm a party man, I'm a this. For people not to start saying he is a kind of person that is two-sided coins, that coin that they can't trust him. He can sit behind and do his job, which I know, because as it is today, I know PDP has lost. No matter they choose Okoa, they have lost it. It doesn't matter, they have lost it. About Tinubu, like I always said, Tinubu, if we can tell ourselves the truth today, in one of these Niger Watch, I don't know, one man, something like that, asked themselves question one day that they were mocking people there, because I noticed in that day, all the issues just mock other aspirants. I asked them one question one day. I said, if Nigeria as a country is you guys' business, personal business, and you are looking for manager who will manage this your business, a perfect manager who will manage this your business and take you to the next level, that you can compete with other companies, will you hire Tinubu? All of them were like trying to see it as if I am supporting people. I said, look, I'm not supporting anybody, but I want to ask this critical question, because what I notice here is that what you guys are doing here, when you bring in this politician, you guys will mock him and use him to play around. That's what you guys are doing. But we are not telling about the truth. This is not, Tinubu has been, even despite he was a Lagos State governor for 8 years, up to today, he is still a Lagos State governor. He is still a Lagos State governor, because everything, his word is a law in Lagos. Even if some laws are being made with his name and his stand, everything in Lagos, he has control over Lagos, governor, House of Assembly, and everything in Lagos. In the same Lagos, can he come and say today, like the person say, this is one of the world-class hospitals that I've helped to build? Or can he boldly say today Lagos State can compete with other major mega cities in the world? No. Lagos State was surviving because Lagos State was once a capital of Nigeria, and is still a capital of Nigeria. What other people call commercial capital. In Lagos State, there is international airport, there is this, there is that, and they are fighting to, if they can tell themselves the truth, let them allow Lagos, let most of these things go to other regions, and allow some international airport to begin to operate in other regions like Lagos Airport and the seaport and all those things, those government offices. Look at even many companies in Lagos that are paying tax to Lagos State, they are not operating in Lagos. Many companies in Lagos that are paying tax to Lagos State are not operating in Lagos. Many of them are like in Bayelsa, this, that, and paying tax in Lagos. And Tinubu, some people will come out and say it is Tinubu. What did Tinubu do in Lagos? Organizing himself, because I know that they have nothing to offer. They have nothing in their brain. He cannot build any business. His people cannot come out today in the public and have a press conference, tell the world that this is my profession. Since after my university education, I studied this, and since from that day to this is how I have built my profession to this level today. Tinubu cannot tell us that this is how I started a business. Today, this business, I've grown it. He cannot say it. Like Toby have been saying, he cannot come out and say it. Ask him today, how do you become massively rich? That after being a Lagos State governor for 8 years, You are even richer than Nigeria. How did this happen? He cannot tell us, and people are queuing at his back, campaigning for him. Sometimes I don't know where these things are coming from, whether it is from ethnicity, background, or religion, or because it is our own. I don't know. Only thing that Tinubu has built in Lagos is Aburu. In a civilized world, how have this Aburu? He can change them. These people, they are human beings, they have skills, they have talent. If it is where things are working, you stay them down. These people can become something in life that can help the society. But what have you been using them to do? To disrupt if wherever things are going, you think that you will not benefit from it, you use them to disrupt it. That's what you do. That man, honestly, well, let's be going. I'm about to Yahoo Boys. Let me speak also about this Yahoo Boys. Look, I was listening to this man, Femi Falani, one of his interviews that he was granted the I think Channel S gave him the opportunity to have. So he asked a question about, you see, Nigerian law enforcement agents, most of the times they don't know what they are doing. They just do things because Nigeria is not working. The system is not working. He said something about the DSS. He said DSS does not have right to arrest people. DSS have not have right to go to the street and begin to arrest people. It's a secret police that if there's any information, it will be passed to them. They dig on it. If there's anything, if anything goes, they allow the police to go for operation. But today, DSS will walk on the street and say a Yahoo boy and they arrest. And nothing's happened. So why are we talking about EFCC telling landlords, don't if you gave your house to, and how do you know that they are Yahoo boys? Who told you that they are Yahoo boys? Have you investigated all the thieves in the government that are stolen, that have caused the people today to become a Yahoo boy? These people are graduates. These people many of them are those that their parents have spent a lot to learn one skill or the other, to go into one business or that, but the system have failed them. Many of them have finished school for many years, no job, no money. Their parents don't even have money to help them to start up something. The system have failed them. And they watch politicians. Those that we have elected to represent us, to report back to us. They watch them, watch their children living in affluence, and they expect them to fold their hands, and say, oh, because they are living in affluence, because their parents have opportunity to become a governor of this. But you think that they don't deserve to live a good life. When they find themselves, they can do anything. If you want to do something, first, deal with the people that have put these people into this mess. If you cannot deal with them, you are making noise. It's just a noise you are making. Only that Nigeria is a place where police can just see somebody and arrest him for just no reason and detain him and take money from him. Nothing will happen. That's the only problem I have. If not that, if you want to deal with a matter, go to the root and deal with it and stop. They should stop disgracing Nigeria with all this nonsense. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Charles. I'm going to go straight to the next person we have here. Our time is already fast spent. Let go.
Hello, thank you so much, Niger Watch. Thank you for this amazing opportunity again today. I'm very, very grateful.
You're welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say is this. Like today now, I'm trying to log in, but I was so busy. I want to give an example of what Nigeria is missing. Today, when I was in Nigeria, I wrote JAMB, I wrote aptitude test. I get one of the highest score, but the school refused to give me admission. They showed me if I pay this money, they will put me in this list. If I did not pay this money, they will not put me. Me and my father, we tried, it did not work out. So, but today, I was, lucky. I left Nigeria. I came to United States. The same education that Nigeria refused to, gave to me, I got it at a platter of gold. After my education, I started to work. Today, Department of Education, United States, they called me, they emailed me, they called me that I qualify for the state to forgive my student loan. So what that means, I went to school in the United States for free. I can't imagine that. It's just what happened to me today. Why I'm here working, making money. They are forgiving my loan. But this is what even I have the money to afford to pay for my school fees in my country, and they refuse to give it to me. That is typical example of what we are saying. That is complete example. So Nigerians, we have to continue to fight for our future, to fight for the future of people coming behind, because this country, this ruling powerful class of people, they have ruled Nigeria in a way that it's hard for somebody to stand up. It is very, very sad. No matter how you try. What happened to Wike today? Because Wike is a good man. Let nobody deny that. That man stands for truth. If every politician in Nigeria can behave like Wike, I think Nigeria will be a better place. Because he stood, he believed where he is. And today, look at, he saved PDP. Atiku, after 2015, Atiku run to Dubai. All of them now that are coming to challenge him, they just came back. When PDP was in tumor, this is the only man that stood up and saved them and saved that party. But today, look at what is happening. And that is why it's very hard for Atiku or whoever that they have now to try to come and reconcile with him. Understand? It is very hard because they know that they have poisoned themselves. And I believe what that man can do. So that's what I have to say, that Nigerians, we always trying to, we always try to pay back with a bad thing and bad mind and gang up against people that, did good to us. That's what is killing us. And the issue of Yahoo boys, I'm not seeing any Yahoo boy in Nigeria. The Yahoo boy that I'm seeing in Nigeria is all these politicians. Okay, look at Accountant General of Nigeria stole 80 billion. Brutai. Look at how many millions of dollars found in his home. Money meant to buy ammunition to combat Boko Haram. He put it in his house. And he had been eating it. These are Yahoo men that are in Nigeria. Look at Abakari. Look at Abakari. These are the people. Look at this chief of justice, Tanko. Look at how this man resigned. They're now liable because of ill-health. And this is the men that have corrupted the system. That no matter how you try to get justice, they cannot, give you any justice. So these are the people that destroy the country. If you're Nigerian alone, you are at high risk of getting rejected in any way you go. You must be exceptional good before they can ask. Even when you have the truth of everything, they will still investigate you more than criminals, because they believe that Nigerian, wherever we are corrupt. So in order for us to take these people out of the office, we should continue to educate our people, engage our people. Okay, look at Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan did not contested for an election in his constituency. And now they are doing everything possible to put his name back to election. He went to contest for president and he lost. And somebody contested. INEC monitored that election and somebody won. And Ahmed Lawan failed on this part. He now wants to force the person to step down. And the APC and the Nigeria, because they have the judiciary, they want to make it work. So these are the kind of corrupt Yahoo men we have in Nigeria. And after they have trained themselves, they now use it against the poor masses. Concerning Tinubu, I kept saying it. I'm not seeing anything Tinubu is going to offer. There is nothing to talk about that. One, I disqualified Tinubu because of his age, because of his health. If Tanko in Supreme Court can resign because of his health, Tinubu should resign because of his health. He can't rule Nigeria as diverse as we are. It is too hard on his body. It is too hard on his family. But because he wants to remain in power, he wants to do everything possible for them to do. So what I will say is this, Nigerian, please, let us continue to educate our people, engage our local people. That is where this election is. Engage our people to get their PVC, engage our people to go and vote, engage
All
our
right.
people to go and defend their votes. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Let go. I quickly want to say thank you to everybody today that came to the panel section to contribute. I'm going to start from Mr. Omoye's Corner. Omoye's Corner, thank you so much for being here. You know, you tried a lot of times, but you finally got through. Omoye's Corner, thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Charles, Mr. Tiobala, Mr. Omobude, even if you didn't have the opportunity to speak, I guess you had network issues, but trying to come alone to this platform, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. And Mr. Kennedy, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Mr. Machiavelli, Mr. Tunaija, thank you so much for being here today. Mr. Mori, Mr. Alex, Mr. Letgo, Mr. CM, Mr. Obunski, thank you so much for being here with us today. We love and appreciate you guys. Without you, I keep saying there's no Niger Watch. We'll just come here and talk to ourselves, and at the end of the day, we'll close our laptop, they go out. Let me just take time out to give a shout out to people in the comment section. I can see Amechi in the fair, Goodwin Okonji, Vincent Otote, Mike Olawale, thank you so much for being here with us. The mommy of our mommies, Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much for being here with us. Uzobechi Oliver, thank you so much for being here. The finest of them all are in finest. Thank you so much. Omoye's Corner, thank you so much for being here with us. Kennedy Faith, thank you. We appreciate you for all you do. Tunainja, thank you. Uche, Jenny, thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you. ALAL, our Fulani brother, thank you so much for always being here. We love you and we appreciate you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to our lovely viewers out there, oh my God, you guys are amazing. You guys have a special place in my heart. Thank you so much for all you do for us. We love you. We appreciate you. Please do not forget to like this broadcast, comment, and share. Please don't hesitate to share. You know, this broadcast is not for only you, it's for you, it's for me, and it's for other people out there. Please like, please comment, please share. And also, need to remind you guys that we have our news review, our newspaper review, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. Nigerian time. Please endeavor to join us. It's very educating. 9 a.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time for our discussion. Then every Saturday, 6 p.m. for our debate. So, guys, thank you so much for all you do. We love you. We appreciate you guys. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But before we end this broadcast, I'm going to give time out, 30 seconds to everybody to just say a word to our viewers out there. Say a word to the Nigerians, to good meaning Nigerians out there. Please just say a word to them. 30 seconds, please. I'm going to start from Mr. Tunaija. Mr. Tunaija, please.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak, and yeah, I take it. I appreciate the chance and everything. So to say something to Nigerians, I would say they are the ultimate power brokers in this country. They should never make the mistake of thinking otherwise. They have to empower themselves and demand the change that they want to see. According to Obama, you are the change you have been waiting for. If you want to change the country, it's on us now. The opportunity is there. So let's take it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tunaija, for that very brief delivery. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori, please.
Yeah, thank you once again, Kachi, for another opportunity. I want to tell our fellow Nigerians that the change you have been waiting for, the change you have been yearning for, the change you have been clamoring for is here with us. So this is a greater referendum on our people, on the way we want to live, that to free ourselves on the bondage, for the perpetual bondage of our leaders, or we want to remain the same way we've been going. So it's another opportunity. We should not miss it. Together we can make a change. Politicians don't care for you, care about you. They don't care what happens to you. All they care about is themselves, their family, and their cronies. Another opportunity is here with us. We must utilize it to the best maximum. I mean, to the very maximum. Yeah, until we begin to elect, until our leaders begin to emanate from us, they will never be accountable to us. Thank you very much, and God bless you all, and God bless Nigeria. Bye bye.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Murray. God bless you too. Please, I'm going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Tiobala, please. Mr. Tiobala, your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, thank you so much. Nigerians, I just want you to know that there is hope. The message of Peter Obi is moving around the country, and people are buying into the idea. I also want to let you know the process of building a better nation is to start letting a leader who are accountable to a leader who is responsible. Now we have opportunity of the person of Peter Obi. I must bet you it will take another 2 decades, if not more, for you to have such a good person again. For you to have such a person, you can be held responsible that you can say to the general public. Let's start by electing good leader. Let's start from now. Go and get your PVC and get ready for the election. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tiobala, for that. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Letgo. Mr. Letgo, please.
Thank you so much, my fellow Nigerians, wherever you are, wherever you are watching. Thank you so much, Niger Watch, for an opportunity for us to talk to ourselves from our different background, different ethnic region. We all having one mind, the way to move Nigeria forward. Nothing good come easy. There is nothing that is you want to get that is easy unless it is fake. So, and it is not going to be easy for us, but we have to fight for that. It's for us to get Nigeria back to the track, and the only way we can get it back to the track is for us to believe on this message: take back your country, take it back. We must take it back. Go out there, get your PVC, get ready. On the election day, go and vote, defend your vote. That is the suffering. At the end of the day, we shall be successful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Letgo, for that. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. CM.
Okay, thank you very much, Niger Watch, for another day of a good delivery and this heart-to-heart discussion. Well, my party message is to tell Nigerians that they should not lose hope. I rather trade hope than fear. They should not lose hope because help is on the way. I still remember, I always recall the inimitable words of a celebrated French novelist and poet, Victor Hugo, who said, "There is one thing that is stronger than all the armies of the world put together, and that is an idea whose time has come." The idea, what Nigerians has been crying for since decades, since ages, it is now. If there is a time for it, it is now. So do not lose hope. Only a little bit of a push, then we'll be over the line. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. P2B is that step. He has articulated the problems of the country as well as going around telling people to come and take over their country by participation. Thank you very much. Don't lose hope.
Thank you so much, Mr. CM. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Ogbonski, please. Mr. Ogbonski, please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to air my mind, and I would, in this moment, call on my Yoruba brothers that they should at least advise Tinubu to, he's making ridicule of their education or whatever, because we all Nigerians believe the Yorubas are more educated than every other part of Nigeria. So they should advise him, because clear that he didn't go to school, he didn't go to this university. He's making mockery of their education, because for me, if they could support Tinubu, and they know what Tinubu is doing. So we always be we suspect their claim that they are more educated than every other Nigerian. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Obonski, for that. We have one man went to Mo here. He came here earlier, but for some reason he left. Probably got busy or something, but he's right here now. Mr. One Man went to Mo, please. You have 30 seconds, please, to just round up.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. There's plenty that I have to say, but since you've only stated that I have 30 seconds, then I have to piggyback off the back of the last commentator and really to speak to that space of, I call, pardon me, I call it sort of like an hypobia narrative, because we've seen that sort of play before when we used to have the silicon mask and all of that. So this narrative of Tinubu not having certificate, I think it's something that people should quickly abandon. So this is a guy that went to university. The person that interviewed him for Mobile Oil, he came out, he's a senior in NNPC. So he came out to verify that this guy, not only did he have credentials, he was employed as a senior auditor that remodeled Mobile Oil. So this guy worked for Deloitte and Touche, one of the main financial houses internationally. So let's move aside from that. It's a misnomer, and it makes a mockery of the whole thing that he doesn't have a certificate when he patently does, and he has used it to succeed in life. So let's abandon that as a bit of a nonsense. But to the space that Peter Obi is our choice, which is your headline. But really,
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Woman, please, your time is up. I'm so sorry, but you have to come early tomorrow. We're going to be here 5 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. You can have all the time to deliberate on whatever it is that you want to talk to us about, so we can understand your perspective. I know you think that we misunderstand you sometimes, but that is the reason why you have the opportunity to come tomorrow, air your views. You can be here early so you can have a lot of time to educate us, make us understand the perspective that you're coming from. Thank you so much. We appreciate you on this channel. I'm going to go
Please,
straight to
Kati,
the
can I
next.
say something, please? I'm
Who
sorry.
is that?
Mr. Alice, please, if I'll be given
Mr.
10
Alex,
seconds.
yes, Mr. Alex, I'm just coming to you right now. After Woman went to Mo, you're the next person. So I'm just coming straight to you. Please, you have your 30 seconds to round up.
Yes, I want to say, as far as I'm concerned, Ahmed Bola Tinubu does not have certificates. Those are the screening board are professors. They are not stupid. These are experts. They are not dummies. They are not zombies. And he was not the only one who was screened. So we should not say we should lay it aside for a very sensitive position as important as a first citizen of a nation. Nothing should be pushed aside. Whether he's successful already or not is his business. His success is for his family and for his pockets. No stone should be left unturned in the screening for a president. This was what we did to Buhari that led us to where we are today. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the sake of those who are being killed and slaughtered daily because we brought in a man who does not have a certificate, and another one is about to sneak his way into the villa, we will not stop talking. The certificate issue must be trashed, and if he's not worthy, it should be pushed aside. Tinubu, not his own results, should be pushed aside. His drug abuse, his drug case is in America, and the whole thing is on the internet. What are we talking about here?
All right,
so I want to conclude by saying Tinubu should face the music, defend himself, bring out his results. We are in a modern world, for God's sake. We cannot brush it aside. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Alex, for that. Yes, I think
Sorry,
everybody.
just 10 seconds. University of Chicago has verified his certificate.
Does he have his second? It doesn't go
Don't worry about that.
That is not true. That's not true. Chicago has not verified certificates.
Chicago State, not University of Chicago.
Get out.
Chicago State University, not University of Chicago. They are two different things. Which one are you talking about? Huh?
When I roll in school in this country, United States, I have all my certificate right from Nigeria.
Don't you know your secondary school mates?
Yes,
670.
I have my results. Sorry, Nigerian Watch, I have to say this. Before I roll here as a student in the University of Maryland, I have all my results, all the way from nursery school, secondary school, and tertiary education in Nigeria. I have my transcript. So Tinubu should go and get his education from Nigeria.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lego. Thank you so much for that.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you once again. Please, everybody mute yourself. Thank you very much, all my wonderful panelists, my spectators, viewers, commenters, all of you. I appreciate every one of you. I just wanted to put this straight. Somebody from the panel used the word "get out" on one man. Please, you don't do that. All right? Don't do that. You can counter him. You can disagree with him. But the word "get out" is prohibited on this channel. We don't allow it at all. Even though it's against your principle, you can't tell him "get out." I'm not sure he has used any word like that on this channel. He would have been kicked out. Okay? Whatever words he's using on his own channel, that's his channel. On this channel, I try to follow him up whenever he's contributing. He tries to be constructive. He's fighting for his own principle. So whatever is happening here, that's what we are doing right now. Remember, this channel, like I've always said before, even on the beginning of this broadcast, I said it that anybody, if you support Tinubu, if you support Atiku, come here and tell us why you want these people to rule us, because we have people that will counter you. I've always said it that when it comes to APC and PDP, they are devilish parties, and that's it. They are devilish parties. But that is not enough for us to
Mr. Nigeria
deprive.
Watch.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do you want to talk to me?
No, we lost you for a bit. Please go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, can somebody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. So what I'm trying to say, please, nobody should use a word like anybody. Try to be constructive to counter them. All right? As far as I'm concerned, Tinubu doesn't have anything to offer Nigerians. Never. Tinubu is part of this government that is killing us every blessed day. All right? Atiku doesn't have anything to offer. But that is not enough. Whoever that is supporting them, remember, devil have supporters as well. Okay? So please, everybody should follow our rules. We have our rules. Every platform have their own rules. And for one man, I'm going to let you know, you came here telling us that Tinubu have a certificate. He doesn't have a certificate. All right? In the next, maybe tomorrow or next, my media personnel, Adiola Afayao, because he called the Chicago University already, and he already sent them an email. So they're going to be responding back if Tinubu studied there in the next couple of days. It could be tomorrow or next. So we're going to come back here and talk about it. And for that, Tinubu came out saying that whoever stole his documents. According to Chicago, what they said, you can, even though your document, your certificate is missing, you can have it back by applying 3 times in a year. So let Tinubu show Nigerians, for Christ's sake, his certificate. And to apply for that, it only costs you $25. I said it before and I showcased it, and I will ask for permission to show this 2 minutes video again because one man is here. Because if you are fighting for your principle, you must try to be straightforward and don't deceive Nigerians. Let's see what Adiola did here.
Just for you guys, and of course this is what the school said.
I just wanted to ask you 2 questions about a presidential aspirant in the name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who's running in Nigeria. We're trying to just verify that he did graduated from your school.
Okay, so we're not doing any verifications over the phone. We only do them if you send us an email or you go through the National Student Clearinghouse.
So they said to send an email. So like they said, I sent them an email asking whether or not my father graduated from there. And they promised to get back within 3 to 5 business days. And as soon as they do, I will update you guys. Anybody can call them, by the way. But more importantly, and this is for the sake of the Tinubu campaign team. You see, this is your girl giving you tips for free. I'm not even charging you guys. The school told me that he can always order a new certificate.
And my other question is to know whether or not if someone loses their certificate, their degree, whether or not you reissue new ones.
And for your second question, any student that wants to reorder their diploma, if they can do so. We only order them 3 times a year, which is after each term.
Yeah, that's it. If you miss or you lost your certificate, you can apply 3 times a year on the same Chicago University that Bola Ahmed Tinubu claimed that he studied. So let him do that. It costs only $25 and show Nigerians so that everybody can shut up and move on. So all this talk here and all that, trying to protect your principal, saying that he's got a certificate, you people try to advise him to come, and he's supposed to speak to us because he wants to lead us, right? Let him speak to us. Let him pay $25 to retrieve his certificate. We live in a postmodern world. What's all that saying that they stole my credential or my certificate? You can retrieve it back. So let him do that.
Up to 3 times in a year. He can order three different times in a year. This means even if he loses it again, he can order a new one. We've been on this certificate drama since 1999. Haba, my father, and that was when he first ran for governorship. So why not just order a new one once and for all and put an end to all this shenanigans? Because according to their website, it's only $25 to order, $25.50. Yes, with shipping costs as well. I'm pretty sure that Tinubu can afford that. He can afford that. Dear Tinubu managers and handlers, please just order a new degree, a new diploma to put an end to this drama once and for all. And I'm sure you'll get it.
Okay, and my message to you, one man, I know you are capable and you are financially buoyant to pay $25.60. You can do that for your principal by placing an order for him or pay for him. Ask him that you can help him with that money so that everybody will move on with another topic. As long as I'm concerned, if he cannot show the certificate, he's not capable and he cannot rule Nigerians. That's it. Apart from the certificate, there are so many other things that we can label against him that he is not even fit to be a Nigerian president. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kashi.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Niger Watch. So I was at the verge of rounding up the show before everybody apparently started talking at the same time. I can see Pansat, thank you so much for the gift. God bless you. God bless your pocket. May your pocket never run dry. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Mr. Woman, as I was saying, please, you can come tomorrow by 5 p.m. Secure your spot so you can educate us, talk to us, let us understand the angle you're coming from. Okay, guys, and this is me rounding up the show for today. Thank you all so much. God bless you for being here with me today. I love you guys. I appreciate you. You have a special, special place in my heart. Have an amazing evening, morning, and afternoon. Bye-bye.